going down, baby, you ain't ready. Baby, hold it steady. Pick you up, turn you around, upside down.
Like I said, my name is Christina. I'm the creator and host of a podcast called A Seat at the Table. And what A Seat at the Table seeks to do is to provide a realm of support and fellowship to the community by engaging in dialogue, empowering, encouraging, and enlightening one another through that dialogue, highlighting those people in the community that have something to bring to the table. Because like we all know, when you go to a potluck or anything like that, you gotta bring something to the table. If everybody brings a dish, everybody can eat. You don't have to run out of food.
Tune in to That's a Plug every day, all day.
I want to end out saying shout out to That's a Plug. Make sure y'all tune and subscribe and catch the wave while you can. My man.
Making those changes within our community that we want to make. What is holding us back? Why is it seeming to be such a hard task for us to stand together with one another?
Pride. If it's anything, I think every answer honestly will root back to pride. I take the relationship I'm in currently is really truly a big learning experience. There's been moments where we converse, go back and forth. My girlfriend, she's a psychology major, she's getting a master's, and so we go back and forth.
Psychoanalyzing me?
Man, all day. I be feeling like I'm on the couch all day. So, but just noticing, it's already hard enough to admit when you're wrong. And then, on top of admitting when you're wrong, you also gotta admit that at the end of the day, none of this shit is about you being right in the first place. This ain't about who's right or who's wrong. Yeah. This is about understanding.
To me, it's individualism. It's the fact that, just how we were saying, everybody wants to go on their own, but we go further when we're together. However, it's very difficult. It's difficult because you've got to put your pride aside. You know what I mean? I've got this business and it has my name on it, and I'm the CEO and I'm the boss and I like it like that. Yeah. And you got a business and you're the boss. So now if we're gonna come together, one of us has got to be the boss. You know what I mean? Like, someone's got to be the boss. And you got to put your pride aside for somebody else to be the boss. 2.6 million businesses, black-owned businesses, 1.9 million of them have no employees, which I really want to give you a shout-out for, because that's really powerful. That's absolutely powerful. To be able to provide jobs for people. I don't know if y'all, like, politics is all about jobs. Like, that's really all it's about, is jobs, the economy, and pushing it forward. So that's really powerful. I just want to give you a shout-out. That's really powerful. But it's important to understand, like, that division and wanting to be, we're tribal people. Black people are naturally tribal people. So when we try and go alone and we try and do this alone, we are going against our natural instincts, our innate sense of worth, you know what I mean, of going together. So it's important to actually bring that back and bring that tribalism back, you know what I mean?
Everybody decides that they're going to be business owners, sole proprietors, LLCs, whatever the case may be, and who you going to hire? You know what I'm saying? Who you going to help? You know what I mean? So it's as many businesses that we have, what sectors are we in? You know what I'm saying? What are we really affecting? You know what I'm saying? We don't have any manufacturers, right? We don't have that. There was a whole, Black Wall Street, we talked about the podcast back in the 1920s. And, we had black lawyers, doctors, all of these different sectors were covered within the community, and that got torn, that got burned down, you know what I'm saying? And never talked about again.
The triumph, I think, is that movie Black Panther. I literally just, that's why I was late. I just finished a tour with kids from Florida. There were 50 kids. 2 of them were black, all of them were white. They were talking about how much they liked the Black Panther and the idea, and it elevated the black kids on the bus.
Which is a landscaping company, started in 2013, just off of sheer necessity, because I just came home from jail and had to do something legit. So started a company 2013. Now 5 years later, got 6 employees from the ages of 18 to 26. A couple older guys too. So I mean, it just started with me just trying to do something better for my life, but ended up helping other people too. So that's why Christina brought me up here, called me a change agent, but I just be doing me. So yeah, man, let's change.
But you realize, you know, people change.
Yeah.
People either change for the better or change for the worse, but change is constant, and change is gonna happen. So, you know, one thing I do like about Trump's presidency, he's letting me know who you are. So,
Call him out.
Exposes everybody. Real quick, I just want to jump on what he was saying about the African booty scratcher. We had a conversation in New York not long ago about divisions in the black community and just African Americans and Africans as well. A lot of the pain from Africans who grew up here actually stems from what you were saying when we're young. A lot of the trauma, even though it's a little bit of trauma when we're kids, it holds. And you ask an African right now, like, why do you feel this way? And they'll be like, well, I was called an African booty scratcher when I was 7. It's like, I mean, I get it, because you know, it's trauma, it's real trauma. You ask a light-skinned woman, she might say, oh, I didn't feel black enough. You ask a dark-skinned person, they were too dark. You know what I mean? It's that division, that pulling apart, like you said, is self-hate.
Pay for school. They didn't have to take loans out and things, because that's generational wealth that comes from their parents and their grandparents and things of that. So I think the things that hold us back is not only the generational wealth, but the generational idea of self-worth. Because my grandfather was a great man, right? My grandfather on my mother's side was a great man, right? And then he didn't really pass that down to his sons. You know what I mean? Because my uncles, a lot of them, not to say that they're bad people, but they made some bad choices. You know what I mean? And that goes to the individualism thing as well. Because we're so focused on our own lives that we forget the lives that we're impacting as well. So I think those are the things that are holding us back. Just to piggyback on what you guys is saying for real, because y'all just nailed it.
Leading people rather than my little brothers and sisters, because I was the oldest, or now 18 to 26-year-olds that we do landscaping. One major thing I would say is communication. Communication is off. Our communication off. Like, we can't communicate, and it's not so much as knowing how to properly communicate. Because if I sit up here next to this brother, I say he communicates very well. I don't think I talk well. So it's not that aspect of it. It's as far as like reaching out to somebody when you know you're supposed to reach out to somebody. That's one thing. Another thing I would say is how do I put it? More so the responsibility of doing what the hell you're supposed to do. I'm pretty sure it's one word to sum that up, but if you know you're supposed to do something, just do it. So what's the word I'm looking for? Discipline, most definitely.
Discipline, accountability, responsibility.
Accountability, that's it. Accountability. We, as a people, I feel, it's not just young people, it's not old people too, we lack accountability. Like, people are accountable for themselves anymore. So when you're not accountable for yourself, then you take accountability for your actions, and everything goes left because nobody's accountable for anything, so you always blame it on the next person when it's all your fault in the beginning. So, yeah. Another big thing, let me see if I got one more big issue. I think my brother right here said something about it earlier, but dealing with grief, I think is a big thing, because a lot of us go through a lot of traumatic experiences, and it don't even gotta be that severe, but it's traumatic as a child. So if that sticks with you your whole life, it's not dealt with properly, like, you supposed to probably go to a doctor for some of the shit we go through. But we don't, because that's just not our culture. We just don't do that shit. So,
that's a whole
that's a whole other
different.
In that aspect, that means you can get motivation from anywhere. So if you don't have anybody to look up to, and you know, younger people especially don't have anybody to look up to, they can still look to those people that's showing them the bad example and use that as a way not to be. You know what I'm saying?
what do you believe to be the top 3 issues that we're facing in our communities today? And that could be in any area within the community: education, politics, anything, socioeconomics, anything. What are the top 3 issues?
For my job, because I deal with so many students from other places, not only just DC, and I see people from all different backgrounds, all different economic backgrounds as well. The one thing that I notice, which is common, is the lack of knowledge of history. And because I deal with history, it's so important, because in most schools, you know, when they teach social studies, they got world history. It's European history, right? And it has nothing to do with the kids that are sitting in that classroom. They can't relate to it. So it's interesting. I think we need to reapproach our curriculums in schools now.
I feel like he took my opinion. Nah, it's the same thing. Like, just, I think of foundation when I hear pillars, and so power of the foundation. So without a foundation, there's nothing.
In our society, not that black women are not, but black men representations are essential. So thank you, my brothers, for being up here.
Hey man, tune in to That's a Plug.
Also, sure, I just want to put in a simple plug for y'all.
Man, shout out to That's a Plug. Make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, and catch the wave while you can.